read somewhere recently that in order to achieve a vision, it really needs to be vivid for everybody across the organization. Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. But here's the problem. The statistics still tell us that at least 70% of most strategies fail to be achieved. Now, the question I want you to ask yourself is that because your vision isn't vivid enough? My guess is that's not really the problem. The problem is, in my experience, that the action plans, and I know what you're thinking, ho-hum action plans, boring stuff, right? Not near as exciting as creating a vivid vision, but action plans are really where the rubber hits the road. I mean, go and create a vivid vision, but then put robust action plans behind it to make sure you achieve it. All right, so here's some things I'd like you to think about to make sure you take whatever kind of vision you create and actually achieve it. First off, make sure that when you're putting your strategy together, you've got your vision, right? You've already set a mission, obviously. You've got your key focus areas, your strategic objectives you want to focus on. Make sure that the input to those includes sources, as I've mentioned before, employees, customers, and as well suppliers. And if you haven't heard me say that before, make sure you check out some of the other videos on my YouTube channel to learn more about that. But that said, get a variety of input. Now, that's not just to create diversity in your objectives. What that also does is it creates pre-commitment. I call it pre-commitment. If I ask you a question, hey, what do you think we should do here? And you say, Shawn, we should go fly a kite. Now, I decide instead of flying a kite, I should fly in an airplane. If I come back to you and say, I changed up what you said a little bit, I'm going to fly in an airplane, not a kite, you're going to say, okay. And I'm going to say, now I want to take this further. Your ideas were really valuable. Can you help me get this plane set up? Well, you're probably going to say, okay, because I asked you earlier on. You now feel like you're involved in something. So think about action plans. We need that involvement. So soliciting from those three sources creates pre-involvement, right? Engagement before we need it, so that when we actually start to develop the actions, we bring these parties back in and we say, okay, I've got the objectives. Thanks to you. Thanks for your input. Let's walk through some actions here as far as how we think we could achieve these objectives. What do you think? And together we create an action plan, and then I say, let's put some metrics around this. Let's measure our progress. Let's set some milestones. What does success look like? What's the outcome of this? And again, we, not me and the senior leadership team, we, the employees, customers, suppliers, etc., whatever makes sense, right, depending on the objective, come up with measures that make sense to measure our progress. Now, I realize, again, that isn't near as sexy as talking about a vivid vision, but I'd rather achieve a vision that's a little bit blurry than not hit a vision that's vivid. So take those ideas, apply them to your strategy, and if you want help discussing how that might tie into your organization and the approach I actually use, reach out to me. Send me an email, Shawn@casemoreandco.com.